Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series number 36. This is Spirit Iron Knife. So a part of the newest wave that Dorkside did ship out some orders. So my buddy got his order and he hooked me up because the case comes with two each. 2 Storm Shadow, 2 Spirit Iron Knife, and 2 Cobra Officer. So he was nice enough to pick to let me take one of each. So we are figures on Instagram. Link in the video description below. Check them out. Anthony, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So here we're looking at the package. We got the insignias for Spirit there on the side. Now the packaging has been updated, so this is all cardboard. It's not like a plastic wraparound like the previous waves were. The artwork on this side looking very cool for Spirit. This is the figure that Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas announced at PulseCon, right? It was during PulseCon that he announced it. So very cool looking. We got Freedom there, some cool accessories. So very excited to open this guy up. Looking on the back of the package, we get the updated artwork. This is different from the ones, every figure up until number 35 had the same exact back here, which had a lot of the figures, but didn't include some of them. Alley Vipers had always kind of been on there, but I forget exactly which ones. But the new one now has updated with everybody. Actually, I guess this was the second one. They did update it at some point too. I always forget that. But this one, even more so, it has gotten a complete overhaul. Well, not complete. I guess we still get the vehicles lined up there. But we get everybody that's been in the line so far. With the exception of this, people are saying this is the Hardmaster, which it could be. But, you know, will we get a figure of him? Eventually, I would imagine. But we get everybody on here. Breaker is on here. Spirit is on here. The Bats are on here, as well as Crocmaster and all of that. So, oh, and Storm Shadow, of course. So, it fully updated packaging, but again, no plastic on the side like the previous ones had plastic and then the cardboard was there. This is all cardboard now on the side. So, a little bit of a packaging update. So, pretty cool. Can't wait. Let's get this thing out of the box. Real quick, before I take the figure and accessories out of the tray, interchangeable wings for Freedom. So, that is really cool. Okay, so here is Spirit and Freedom out of the package, and some very cool things with this figure. The accessories are freaking awesome. The sniper rifle is really cool. The knives are cool. The Glock handgun is very nice and very realistic looking, so that is cool. Freedom is awesome. Interchangeable wings, how cool is that? Freedom can rest on Spirit's arm or on the backpack. So that is pretty damn awesome there already. The Spirit figure is pretty good. It looks a little... What's the word I want to use? It's kind of... It looks small. There's something about the figure. It's very thin and narrow, which is weird because I thought it was basically going to be like a repainted Duke type of thing, and I think the upper torso is. I'd have to take a look at like the legs where this figure had come from, but overall it looks pretty good. One criticism that I had with like the heavy artillery roadblock figure was like the knee pads and how it doesn't match. Like he's just supposed to be wearing pants, but the way that these figures are designed, they're designed to have like knee pads, so there's like a wraparound like portion that's sculpted in the texture of these pants, of all the figures in the legs and the knees. So when they do a flat kneecap, it like doesn't match the texture of the pants, and that kind of thing drives me crazy. It's pretty picky, but it's like, you know, you go through the detail of the texturing and all of that, is at least get it throughout the whole thing. Like if you're going to sculpt new knee pads or new kneecaps, why not sculpt those with the texture of the pants that he's wearing? So that's just kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's smooth around the pant leg where a knee pad would be, but it kind of drives me crazy. It's those little things, whereas the details of other things that they do are fantastic, but that one just kind of drives me crazy. It just looks a little bit weird, unless you just assume that he's got like a knee pad that's just the same color of his pants, but it'd be weird, right? But anyway, let's zoom in for a closer look. Let's take a look at Freedom first, because that's pretty damn awesome. And then we'll take a look at Spirit, and I'll bust out my Duke figure to see if it's all like the same pieces, because I assumed, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so first let's take a look at Freedom, and here is Freedom. At first, like the head sculpt almost looks like a seagull. My buddy Anthony, he was like, "Oh, it looked like a seagull at first," and I totally see the seagull like in the head, but it is an eagle. And very cool. There are a few points of articulation, like the head. So the head actually is on a ball peg, so you can get some movement in the head, so in a flight pose or looking straight out. And then the legs have like the single point of articulation, so you can actually, wow, that's quite a bit. So up that high and then all the way down, standing up. The wings kind of articulate, so I guess you could kind of move these wings out, but these wings pop out. They're on a ball peg, as you can see there, because we have the interchangeable wings. So you just have the spread out wings, so you can see Freedom's full wingspan, and you just kind of force them in there a bit. And then there you have Freedom's full wingspan, so you can get Freedom into a flight pose, which is kind of cool, and you can, you know, put the wings in different spots, you know, depending on how you get the flight pose to be. So that is pretty damn cool. And then if, say, Freedom's swooping in, you can move the legs out outward that way. So that is pretty damn cool. Looking at the back, we get this nice little wash on the back to bring out some of the details of the feathers actually along the back and then on the wings. That is pretty cool. Kind of a rubbery material for these wings, so they're a little pliable, not too hard, but not too soft, just right. But damn, that just looks really good, doesn't it? Oh man, so cool. The only thing that really would have set this off is if the beak would have been articulated, and you can open that up a little bit, but damn, that is really cool. So you can get the wings to go up that high fully, and then coming around that much there. So that is pretty awesome. So closed wings and then open wings for Freedom. Looking at the rest of the accessories for Spirit Iron Knife, we have here the backpack. He's got a peg on here, so it looks like should be able to get the sniper rifle pegged into there. I guess if it's on his back, probably do it more so like that. So he would be able to actually hold all the weapons and accessories. So that's pretty damn awesome that you have that option. It's just basically this tan backpack here with these black canister portions up here at the top. And then there you could see a piece like a wood rail with 2 peg holes in there. That's because Spirit has these peg holes at the bottom of the talons. So you can just port Freedom right on there, and Freedom can stand right on the backpack. So that is really cool. Next we get this handgun here, very realistic looking handgun, and then we get 2 knives. So this one is done all in black, so you can see there a little bit of serrated portion there. And then here we have this knife with the black handle, and it looks like an eagle head actually on the handle. That is pretty cool. And then silver for the blade with a little bit of black in there too. That is pretty damn cool. And of course the sniper rifle looking really damn nice. We get some brown paint in there, long scope there, all basically in black paint. Peg hole at the end of the barrel if you wanted to use some kind of smoke effect or something. But really damn nice looking sniper rifle. So now let's take a look at Spirit. Okay, so before we really get a closer look at Spirit, it is not the same torso as the Duke figure. Shoulders aren't the same. Nothing is the same except actually the legs from the thigh to the hip is going to be the same, but the torso is not the same, which I thought it was going to be. And I know a lot of people made customs of Spirit from this Duke figure. They are different torsos, whereas Duke, you can see there's a little bit of bulkiness to him, whereas Spirit I think is just too narrow and too thin. Maybe it's just me. It kind of looks a little funky, like the figure in hand looks a little bit off proportioned, if that makes sense. I don't know, there's just something about it. I think it's something that you have to have in hand to kind of see it, something about it. I think maybe the shoulders are just too, that could be it. The shoulders look really big and just kind of odd. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna go with that. Weird funky shoulders. But now let's get in for a closer look at Spirit. Okay, so here is a closer look at Spirit Iron Knife, and he looks really good. The hair is sculpted quite nicely there with the braided look and the red ties there. The hair drooping over the red bandana. Just looks really good. The photoreal digital print came out looking really nice. Yeah, solid head sculpt for sure. But looking at the figure, looking at the shoulders just look kind of funky, right? Like the torso is pretty narrow, and then you have this weird shaped shoulder there. It's just really throwing me off. Maybe, I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments below. Is it just me that it looks funky? I don't know. I'm getting like Marvel Legends, Toy Biz, Deadpool Series 6 waves with these massive shoulder balls that looked a little out of proportion. I think if these were pushed in a little bit more, it wouldn't look so bad. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyway, we have like a tomahawk logo there. Get the army logo there. He's wearing a red shirt underneath. Whoops. Shit. Well, that sucks. So that was glued on there, not real sturdy, but there is the knife sheath that was supposed to kind of be on there, and it just really popped off really easily. Damn, that sucks. I don't even have super glue to put that back on, so that's going to be fun. Silver belt buckle there, that looks pretty good. A little black buckle there on this belt, so we get some paint detail in there. Black grenades, we get some bright blue there. All this brown kind of around the way. We get this holster here on his right leg, sheath on his left leg, gold wristbands, brown gloves, 2 peg holes there because that is where Freedom is going to peg into his arm. So you get the 2 pegs and you can line them up on there. If I can get it, trying to look past the camera and the light, and Freedom pegs right on in there, so that is really cool. Nice touch for sure. One thing to note is the skin tone right at the top of the elbow underneath the cuffed up shirt. Is the skin tone is painted, so it's going to look a little funky and sloppy in some areas. It's not going to be a full match to like the elbow and the forearms. Just a heads up, that's kind of what's going on there. It's not terrible though. Then we have these brown boots with black soles. So there is Spirit Iron Knife, and I am going to spend a little bit of time and try and glue this knife sheath on there, back on there, because it sucks not having it there. But just so you guys know, we get weapon storage for basically everything. So you can sheath in this knife here. This is the one with the, looks like the eagle skull on there. So that would rest on there like so. Unfortunately, I can't really show you guys that. Then the sheath on the leg for the knife that's all black, and then of course the gun holster here on his right leg, and then the sniper rifle on the backpack. So if we have the backpack ported into his back like so, and you can store the sniper rifle right on the backpack there. So that is pretty cool. One thing about this backpack that I really like too is you see how it kind of goes in the way the sculpt of the backpack is. You know, it wouldn't just be completely like flared out because it's all straight hard plastic. They kind of help fill in the gap a little bit. It's not great, it's not perfect or anything, but it kind of helps fill that in a little bit and gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. So definitely a nice touch there. But yeah, I'm gonna try and glue that back on. Damn, that sucks. So stay tuned for the articulation. It's going to be a few minutes my time though. Okay, so the articulation for Spirit, he can look down that much there. He can look up that much. It looks like the neck is on a dumbbell joint, so no hinge on that neck. So that's why you don't get like the full motion going down or up. Some crazy pivot kind of, well, pivot when you kind of turn it a little bit. So some pivot side to side, full rotation, of course. The shoulders, you can get the arms to go out that much and kind of and upwards. You get a full rotation, of course. There is a butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back a little bit. You can get the arm to come forward a little bit, not a whole lot. Definitely goes back a little bit more, but a decent amount of crossbody going in on there. So that is pretty cool. Double jointed elbow. Whoops. They do have pins on the figure, so double jointed elbow, you get that much bend there at the elbow. Wrists swivel. On the left hand, we get a vertical hinge on the wrist. The right is a horizontal hinge. We have ab crunch, so you can crunch forward that much, so that is pretty good. No chest overlay, so that is always nice. You can get him to crunch back that far, so not bad. There is a waist swivel at that waist, so you get a ball joint, so you can pivot him slightly to the left. You can pivot him slightly to the right. Goes back a little bit and comes forward a little bit, but mainly you're just going to kind of get a little bit of that swivel going on in there. Spirit can get his legs that far apart for the splits. You do get the drop down thighs in there, as you could see. He can kick forward that much. Let's see, we can get it a little bit higher. Pretty much that's it. I mean, if you hold it, you can get it higher, but just standard kicking out that much. Doesn't really go back, or it goes back a little bit because it kind of pulls it out a little bit. Upper thigh cut in there, double jointed knee like so. You have a boot swivel. Foot hinges all the way down. Doesn't really hinge up because that boot, the top of the foot hits that shin. Ankle pivot and pegals at the bottom of the feet, and I clearly did not fix the damn sheath because it just popped right on out with all that moving. I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. I have to try that again. Okay, for a quick size comparison, here we have Spirit Iron Knife next to the Alpha Commando Snake Eyes and the Duke figure. This was the original release, number 4, not the field variant, the original super colorful looking Duke figure. But as you can see, Duke is bigger than Spirit, but Spirit and Snake Eyes are about the same height. Okay, and there is my review of Spirit Iron Knife. A solid figure. The sniper rifle is awesome. Freedom is really nice. Hasbro has really figured out how to do animals. We'll see how the upcoming crocodile from the Crocmaster set will be. Timber from the Snake Alpha Commandos was pretty damn awesome. So Hasbro can do animals, so it's pretty awesome to see. They can also do really good action figures, as you can see here. It sucked that my sheath broke on mine. I just kind of popped that glue off. There was only a tiny bit of glue on there. I will get some super glue to better keep this on there. I don't have any super glue on there, so that kind of sucks, but really solid figure release. You guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the Spirit Iron Knife figure? Is it one that you're going to be picking up? Are you disappointed? Happy with it? Let me know in the comments below. Am I overreacting to how the shoulders look, or is it just kind of me? I'm not really sure. Like, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. But I don't know if it's just the roundedness of the shoulder that's really throwing me off, but something just seems really weird. The head sculpt is solid. The accessories are really good. It's just something with the shoulders and the torso is a little off to me, but still a solid release. Definitely one of amongst the better of the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified series. The realistic weapons are absolutely a nice touch. So yeah. So let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.